So here recently, I've injured my right hand, and my wife has agreed to keep these recipes going for me. She said, just tell me what I need to do, and she'll do it. And so this kind of proves that these videos work. Maybe, kind of. I don't know. She already knew how to cook too, so that's kind of a win-win for me. But it's a Philly thing. We're doing a chicken Philly. We're also going to do a steak Philly, but we're going to do more focus on the chicken Philly. And but just to start off, we're going to do some JoJo's, and we already have a recipe for that. Just click the description in the upper right hand corner. It should bleep up at some point or another, but it's from the Cheesy Crunch Burger video. So check that out if you want the full recipe for that. So now that's out the way, we're gonna start with some basic ingredients, and I promise you that these ingredients are not like super far-fetched that you can't find it in the grocery store. It's very simple stuff. We're gonna start out with bell pepper. We're gonna take one whole bell pepper and we're going to slice that into long strips. I can't think of the proper slicing term for that, but yeah, we're gonna slice that into long strips. My munchkin there wanted a piece of bell pepper. She likes eating raw bell pepper. But anyway, I don't think I said this yet, but those seeds, the little seed clusters that bell peppers have, make sure you save those seeds, let them dry, and plant them, because they actually will produce a plant. It may not bear fruit. Well, rather, bell pepper is not a fruit, but it may not bud, but it's still a fun project for the kids as we're quarantining and all. So next up is an onion, and we're only going to use about half of it. Now I know a lot of people have problem cutting onions because it makes you cry. One of the things that I learned about it is that if you go ahead and cut the top of the onion and the bottom part of the onion, that's the part that actually has the that little tear gas sac inside of it. It's not a tear gas sac, but that's what the enzyme is that makes you cry. You can actually cut that, chop that part off, put it into a bowl of cold water and take it out, and you can cut your onion without crying. It's worked for me. So this is a brand new camera that we're using. I have no idea what's going on with the camera quality. I'm gonna have to play around with it some more, but I know you probably can't notice it, but there's some graininess in certain areas of the cutting board. It's not supposed to be that way. But anyway, we already have our steak pre-sliced. We just used ribeye. I think that's the traditional steak choice to use for Phillies. But we're also going to include a chicken Philly with this. So we're not even going to focus on the steak right now because a lot of people have seen that. But my personal favorite was the chicken Philly, so we're going to focus on that. So we're going to use 1 pound of chicken breast, and we also use 1 pound of ribeye steak. And we just used a nice sharp knife to slice it up thin. If you have a meat slicer, I'd definitely say go for it. But most people don't own meat slicers. Heck, I don't even own a meat slicer. So find yourself a nice sharp knife, and I promise you it don't take long. It just takes some work. For the most part, y'all can talk about me all you want to, but we're gonna go with a simple Montreal steak seasoning blend. Now, the reason for this blend is because it works perfectly for something like this. It works great on chicken, and it's already got everything mixed together. It means salt, black pepper, garlic. It's got a lot of the things that you would normally season something like this with in one bottle. And I don't mind using a pre-mixed seasoning, but I don't use too many of them. Then also, there's no measurement for the amount of seasoning that I recommend you put on this chicken. Mostly because it's kind of like with a hamburger or a steak that's on a grill or something like that. You sprinkle seasoning on top of it to give it a taste. And that's basically what we did here. We just put it in a mixing bowl first and mixed it all together. So that way we don't have to worry about it once it gets to the pan. So for the most part, it's all based on what your taste is. Alright, so we're gonna need some bread for these things, and I like to use these mini steak rolls things. That's what they're called. We got them from Walmart, but they're basically mini French bread. That's basically what they are. Have a nice chew to it. You toast them up, it gives a nice crunch. Perfect for Philly cheesesteaks because of all the sauces. It'll hold everything into place. So we're gonna start out with half a tablespoon of butter here in the pan. Let it melt, and then you're gonna start placing your buns inside down. We actually missed a scene, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and saute one bell pepper and half an onion, and we're also gonna sprinkle in a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. You're gonna saute until the onions and the bell peppers start to turn golden brown and have some burnt brown caramelized edges. Alright, so now for the meats. You're gonna cook the steak the exact same way you're gonna cook the chicken. The steak doesn't have to be well done. It's all up to your taste. For me, my steak's gotta be well done, so I'm cooking it well done. But you don't have to add any extra seasonings to it. You don't have to add any extra anything to it. Just the only thing you're gonna do is top it off with provolone cheese. You're gonna top it off right on the pan, or you can top it off inside the sandwich itself. It's all up to you. Okay, so the last thing I want to add about these Phillies is that they were delicious, and I recommend you make them tonight, unless it's too late, and then just make them tomorrow. But definitely make them. The last thing I added to these sandwiches was mayo. I didn't actually make a cheese whiz or anything like that. I know that's kind of like tradition, but I just like mayo on mine. It all worked out. Thanks for watching.